Hi, and welcome to Rise, Heal, and Grow. I'm Leah M. Hill. This show is a podcast production of Apollo Sunrise Center, which is a health, wellness, and spiritual retreat center in Merrimack, Massachusetts. On this show, we shine the light on those who nurture wellness and inspire positive change. My guest today is Nasha Arnold. She is the founder of Amin Essentials, which is all natural skincare products. Hello,
Yes.
Nasha.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here today. I'm very interested in learning about you and about kind of where you started in this business of all natural products. But you actually started really on this journey, it sounds like, from college.
Yes.
It's around college time. What was going on?
So I guess even I could start in high school. I was always really passionate about using natural things and creating stuff with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of developed into both of those things. In my sophomore year of college, I decided that I wanted to create a skincare brand basically because I created the natural products for like my boyfriend's family, my family, and then my boyfriend's dad actually was like, oh my gosh, you have to sell these. So
yeah, I mean, that's very young. That's a young age to be, even thinking about that and wanting to do that.
Definitely.
Wow.
I mean, I'm kind of dealing with the stressors of that right now as well, expanding it. But yeah, so I graduated with a biochemistry degree and a minor in psychology, and I was always really passionate about wellness to begin with.
Okay.
So I saw things on social media basically like the skincare that you're using has these toxic chemicals in it.
Yes.
The clothes that you're wearing are plastic, and then that's hormone disruptors. So I eventually, I mostly went through the products that I owned from previously owned brands, but then the stuff that I wanted to make was going to be super soothing for the skin. It was going to be healing, but technically you can't use those terms when you're selling in a small business.
Yep.
But yeah, I started with a body butter that had copaiba oil in it. So you can take that internally and it could go topically, but it calms your nervous system down, and it can also heal I want to say ailments on the skin. So anything on the surface, cuts, bruises. Yeah. On top of the shea butter being super moisturizing. So I started with that, and then it had kind of like a soft vanilla scent, but I wanted to make something more, and the packaging was just like, hey, I had saved up some money, we're going to try this out.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't mention yet, but the basis of my brand was to combine my faith lifestyle with using the natural world. So God gave us a natural world, so I want to use that to help other people out. And not only do I create the skincare products, but I'm also a Reiki Master in Usui Reiki and Blessed Mother Reiki, so I have those services on my page.
Okay.
It's kind of tough being 22 and trying to promote that because obviously I do have some experience, but not to the extent of many other practitioners. And
and you don't meet a lot of 22-year-olds that are creating these, handmade skincare products with all of these benefits, which is amazing. And that you have this background, not only in biochemistry, the science, and then the minor, you said you minored in psychology. So you've got the science and the mind part too. Yes. And then just to have this vision and this calling that you have to not only bring your your expertise and your knowledge to your products, but also your faith into it and your heart. And I think that's what makes maybe people aren't used to hearing from a 22-year-old,
They're surprised, usually.
I mean, you went through your closet, you said, and got rid of the clothes that might have
slowly
got rid.
So right now I'm also working as an ambassador / affiliate for this brand Purikai, and they do non-toxic all natural cotton clothing, and I'm a gym girly, so I'm always there. And when you sweat, your pores are open, so all the chemicals and the PFAs, whatever it may be, plastics going into your skin, I wanted something that I would not have any plastics or anything going in to be hormone disruptors or whatever, because a lot of that affects fertility. Because I'm sweating here, all of that's going to go in, and I've honestly seen so many, like within my family, friends, social media, so many people are having trouble with infertility, or fertility right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is also interesting. And you mentioned too the benefit of the, calming the nervous system, even in the product that you mentioned. So this is something that not only are the products good for your skin, for the outside, but it's also good for maybe things like anxiety?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So there are different like roll-on things that you can make, and I have a few that are roll-on perfumes with essential oils, and they do have scents in them that help with anxiety, but I have that in like the description of it. Okay. But I have a lavender magnesium lotion. So basically it has magnesium oil in it, and that can help calm down the legs. I have my boyfriend's mother also says that when she gets restless feet, she puts it on at night, and she's just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, it's the only thing that works. So that's good advertisement because she's telling everybody about it.
Exactly. Wow.
But that lavender scent, they also say it's very relaxing, very calming, especially to use at night.
Right. Oh, okay.
I actually have a little gift for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow,
you can open it now or later, but...
Well, I'm going to open it now. Okay. Why wait? Well, thank you.
Yeah. I just made this scent. So it's vanilla, almond, and coffee body butter.
Oh my gosh. So I'm going to smell this too.
It's a shea butter base.
Thank you. Put this down.
Very moisturizing.
So shea butter is natural.
All natural.
All natural.
Very moisturizing.
Yep.
And then one of the other key ingredients in it is pure pearl powder. I always mix it up. And I kind of got into that because later on I'll talk about the traditional Chinese medicine aspect.
Yeah.
But I saw
I want to hear about that too.
A lot of information on this, and it basically soothes out your tone to tone your skin, and your complexion gets brighter. Wow. So I was like, I'm going to add this in, and using...
I could use that, thank you.
With shea butter, it can get really greasy. So other people use like an arrowroot powder that's in a lot of like natural deodorants as well. So this is like a powder that can also go in, so it doesn't keep the skin super greasy. It absorbs.
So nice. It absorbs. Well, it smells absolutely delicious. It smells phenomenal. So I cannot wait to try this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
What a delightful little surprise. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
But wow, yeah, this is great. So I do want to talk about your other things that you mentioned, the traditional Chinese medicine and what you do with Reiki. So tell me a little bit about like what you do for clients. Do you see private clients as well?
Yeah, usually. So the clients that I see have been closely related so far. So like family, friends, and then friends of friends recommending. I gave Reiki to a lot of people at college, especially struggling in that environment. I could talk about it now, I could talk about it later, but in college, the energy there, that environment can be very challenging to live through.
I remember. Yes, I remember. And I went to a very large college too. So it was like, I know it's stressful even in small colleges, but a very large college was like just overwhelming sea of people.
So overwhelming.
But yeah, so talk about that a little bit. How you struggled in college as well?
Yeah. So there are a lot of different aspects that I could talk about, but I'll first start with the energetic part. I don't smoke, I don't drink, like it was never for me and my calling. And so when I got to school and I had to have that other energy around me, it was like anxiety, depression, jitters, like everything everywhere, and to have my energetic protection up all the time in a place where I need to sleep, I need to cry sometimes, I need to do everything that I'm doing to be myself. It was extremely, extremely tough.
It was exhausting, it sounds like. I mean, gosh, to have that kind of energetic boundary up all the time, because there's just a bombardment in college of that experience too. Definitely.
Extremely exhausting. Wow. And on top of that, I played basketball, and the biochemistry degree, playing basketball, that's kind of like you're a D1 athlete, like putting all that on top of you. I only played D3, but having that course load, a lot of people that I know get out of the sciences so that they can go into like a business or something. So at first I was like, gosh, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this. Like,
well, I can imagine. Oh my gosh.
Trying to manage all of that. But yeah, I guess I could speak a little bit on my anxiety that I went through. I dealt with some in high school, but it didn't get nearly as bad until college.
Right.
So I played basketball for 3 years and I graduated early. So I just graduated this past semester. And that was kind of my way out to get out of basketball. It was very hard on my body. So my hormones were getting really disrupted.
Wow.
I wasn't getting any sleep. And when you look at the energetic aspect also, you involve people that aren't mentally, physically, emotionally well, and I'm trying to perform in that environment.
Yeah.
So I'm taking
with
in
all that pressure. Yeah.
all the pressure. I'm taking in all of that. I went to see a naturopathic doctor for my hormones, and I was on the supplement DHEA, and I'm like, oh, here's a rise. Like, okay, I'm finally getting better. Things are good. And no, things were not good.
Oh,
Things
no.
still started to be so bad. So I ended up seeing an acupuncturist at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And that's where my path ended up opening up. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Getting acupuncture basically rebalanced my hormones. It helped with my anxiety and the emotional healing that I went through, because basketball took a toll on me mentally, physically,
Definitely.
emotionally, everything. I was dealing with a lot of drama in there. My basketball career basically ended off of a concussion, and rumors were spread about me.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Just the energy didn't suit the path that I need to be following now.
Right.
So I'm really happy that I was able to get out of that situation. And another video that I had recently seen, we always see these things after the fact,
Yeah.
oh, I was going through a terrible time and now I see
And
this
then you
video.
say, right, yeah.
And
I
I'm
know.
like, oh,
perfect timing. Thanks.
yeah,
You know?
I could have used this.
Right.
So she was talking about when your soul isn't in alignment with your path here on earth, you're
Right.
going to feel the anxiety and the depression. And in a way, it's kind of like a suppression. You're basically put in a box and you can't allow your creativity to flow
Right,
the
that
way
makes
that
sense.
you need to be.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
So once I stopped doing that, it was almost like basketball was a distraction, but I learned a lot of lessons, definitely learned a lot of lessons, but a distraction to where I'm truly going.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
sorry, there's so many
All
aspects
right,
that I
right.
could go
No,
back
I'm
and
really
forth.
fascinated by all this because it's like you've already lived so much of your life. You're still very young, but you've already had you have like wisdom though too that you can't get from experience, that I can just feel from your energy that you have. You have this innate wisdom. But just the fact that not only that you have this conscious awareness of how you are affected in the world, like how the outside world is affecting you, is very rare, I think, certainly for someone as young as you. Maybe we get to that later on, when we're older. But just to have that conscious awareness of, oh my gosh, I feel like, I'm being bombarded by all the other students at college, or that I really need to get some help because I'm struggling with anxiety, with the basketball and the pressure, and then just to do it. And it's like, wow. And to do it not by going to a pill that would help numb the senses.
So I can talk on that.
Okay.
Everything that I went through was an experience that I believe is going to help me with my patients further. So I needed to go through, literally everything was thrown at me. So,
Right.
Hey, I know how you feel. This is how we're going to help it. I ended up going on Zoloft because my anxiety was so bad. And in my head, I'm like, no, please, I don't want to do this. But I couldn't sit in a classroom. I was getting made fun of for leaving class because I couldn't sit. My anxiety was so bad. I'm like, I'm going to throw up. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then Zoloft gave me depression. So
gosh.
suicidal ideations constantly. And I am hyper aware, as you were saying. Like,
Yes.
I constantly am like, okay, we need to fix this. And so that pushed me even further to find natural solutions. So when I found acupuncture, I was like, we're sticking to this. This is my calling.
I have to say, I have found acupuncture very helpful at some critical times of my life. I haven't gone in a while, but the first time that I went, and I never thought I would like this at all. I never was like, someone who dealt well with needles, and my experience with needles as a child was not good. So I really, resisted it, but there was something, I don't know, it was just the timing, like you said, and the right person came along to help me at a time when I really needed it. And wow, I was amazed. I was really amazed. And then I went back to get more acupuncture at a different time in my life. And it's like, I noticed, I felt like my body was craving it. It's the only way I can say it. It was like, I didn't think I would like it, but it was very relaxing, totally painless. There was no pain at all. I didn't even feel anything. No. And it was like, I would just like zone out and sleep or rest for, the 45 minutes or whatever I was there. But it was really, really amazing how it helped me.
Yeah, seriously. I get this like heavy body feeling when I leave, almost like I'm like in a daze, like I'm sedated or something.
Yeah,
but
right.
like,
but you're just so deeply relaxed.
So relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's, just a misconception like I had before I ever tried acupuncture of what it was really like and what it would feel like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going to get acupuncture done like a year before I ended up doing it. And then I was like, things are getting in the way. So it aligned perfectly with the timing that I needed it to.
Right.
But she also helped me with my presentations in school because my nervous system is still, like even right now for this, like coming here, anxiety, my nervous system is still trying to get used to that. And that's something that I want to like make sure other people with anxiety know that it's like, okay, this is totally normal. Like you're going to get a little bit of nerves going through anything.
Exactly. Like you can come here, be on camera, be on a podcast and still feel the nervousness and still feel the anxiety, but you're here doing it.
I'm here doing it.
You're doing it.
And honestly, like, it's hard once you start, but then things just get easier. So it's new. It's just new. That's the way I like
because
to
you're
look
trying it for the first time. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think you're right. That is important for a lot of people to hear because the other thing is I think with your generation, with the amount of pressure that's put out on social media about how you have to project yourself, it's like everybody's projecting that they have this perfect life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? You can't, or some of these people, you're like, what? Why is this person posting this like their life is perfect and everything's great when it's not?
Oh, 100%. So I started this past year also doing small content. So I make videos now and kind of educating the public on everything that I went through, a little bit of the acupuncture and herbal medicine that I'm learning now.
Okay.
And one goal of mine was to be authentic as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I don't wear makeup. I rarely wear makeup. I talk about the brands that I'm working with that align closely with my values of being really natural, having higher energy. But yeah, I look on social media and it makes me feel terrible. Yeah. And then I go back and I'm like, that's not even real. Like, what am I doing?
Oh my gosh. I know there's so much pressure too. But talking about even, educating your peers on what a natural lifestyle is like. I mean, what you say, amen to a more healthy and natural lifestyle. So the amen is like putting in your faith too in what you do in this natural lifestyle. But how does that, project to your peers, to people your age?
So I'm not really sure if they're taking it well. I keep looking on Instagram, and I mean, I do have a decent following right now, but it slowly declines. But I'm going to get the group of people that want to hear what I have to say. So, hey, I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
Finding your tribe.
Exactly.
Or your niche. Okay.
Yeah. So amen to a more healthy and natural lifestyle is kind of like the motto that I have for my brand. Oh. And Amin means amen in Greek, and that's kind of how I came up with the name, incorporating my faith.
Of Amin Essentials.
Yes. Right. And when I was going through the hard time, I wanted to have a backbone, something to solidify, so I would always go back to that. And I actually got a tattoo that says "Trust God" at the same time of me creating my business.
Wow.
So, and this was before I even knew things were going to get really bad.
Really?
So, yeah.
But you had it there, and it's permanent.
It's permanent.
To remind you.
Yes.
So I imagine that you turned to that tattoo when you needed it.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, before all the anxiety got worse and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But essentially, I just wanted people to kind of have that backbone of faith, and my version of that has changed over time. So when I started this, I was viewing God as like a he, and it's very strict.
Okay.
Now it's a universal energy. It's like a whole, you're God, I'm God, a part of God, meaning. And being able to channel that energy, and ultimately it's just love. So I can basically have that as my motto. It's like a little bit of a backbone to go through, but like when you go through the logistics of, hey, I need to like really make sure that my lifestyle's clean and doing all this, it's very stressful. Like when I had to get rid of my polyester underwear or whatever, I'm like, these are so expensive. I'm in college
I know,
right
it's
now.
hard
Like,
to let that go. Right. Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Can I really do this? Or all those other products that I had, and eating clean too.
Sure.
It's like,
Wow.
having anxiety and then adding all of that on top, you're like, anxiety is amplified.
Right, making it worse. But you know what, there's so much to be said for, you know, what you're doing as far as putting what your faith to work, you know, is I guess what I'm saying. Like you're walking your talk and you're doing it. So it's not like, again, you're putting out on social media that you have this, you know, fabulous lifestyle, everything's great, and you never get anxiety and everything. You're putting out the real you and living it, and then creating the products that help people, you know, live it in their way too. You know, even if they're not connected with the trusting God and your faith, at least they can appreciate what you do.
Exactly. Yeah. Another key thing that I want to make sure is like people feel that they can relate to me, and creating a relationship to have that trust to begin with. And then all the partnerships and everything else can come second. I need to have that relationship and that foundation first.
Absolutely. People have to trust you in order to even buy from you, you know, to buy the products. So by doing that and showing that this is how you live, this is your lifestyle, and that the products that you create are from that, you know, it wasn't like, I'm going to go out and create this business and make it this, you know, super successful thing. It's like, no, this is my life. This is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm going to put that out into the world. So that's very special.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, very special.
I want to make it also clear that like I struggle with having my ego in front too sometimes. So like, although that is the purpose, some days I come in and I'm like, oh, I want to be making this amount of money. Like, why am I not
we all
doing
do
this?
that. Yeah.
Right. And something that I have been able to go off of is not necessarily don't be selfish, but in a way, it's not about you. It's about the bigger picture. It's about everything else, everything that you're going to be doing to help these other people. So I want that message to also like go in there too.
Right. That is wise. And like you said, that all of these experiences that you have are leading you in a direction, you know, a specific direction that you probably don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is, but someday down the road, you'll be like, oh yes, now I know where that experience, why it was helpful at the time, even though it was difficult.
Painful, but it helped.
Yes. I learn that every day. I look at that and I go, oh yeah, it's like I'm pulling out different lessons that I learned over the years or years ago that I'm like, wow, where did that come from? But I remember it, and it's helpful in my life today and the business that I run.
100%. I keep a journal now that I have like little points, and I'm like,
oh, that's
if
good.
I need to go back to these, here's my safe guide. I can go back to them.
Right.
We'll be all set.
Yeah, and you have your tattoo also. You can always go back to that.
I do.
That's good. So let's talk a little bit about the work that you're going to be doing or working in traditional Chinese medicine.
Yes.
Because I know that, or from what I understand, in traditional Chinese medicine, the view of anxiety in general, that was what you needed the help with mostly, is very different from our Western view of anxiety. Can you talk about that at all or explain it?
Yeah, so also from what I know, they view it completely differently because the two terms can get mixed up in their diagnosis. So for a lot of people, when I'm working with this herbaceutical company right now and learning all this information, you want to look at their symptoms first, because every situation is going to be unique. It's going to be different.
Right.
So if there's going to be a yang deficiency, a yin deficiency, whatever it may be, there's the hot, there's the cold, there's the wind. There's so many different aspects to add into that. And also, when looking at like Thai medicine, I've been introduced to as well, there's like the meridian, and then there's the organs. So two are different channels, and some can overlap, but some don't overlap. And so you kind of have to navigate that as well. I'm not exactly sure what my diagnosis is based off of that because I just went in for acupuncture, but
Okay.
They definitely look at it in a whole different realm. And that's kind of why I'm
Very different.
excited to go into it, because it's going to be a new way of thinking. Like when I mentioned to some of my mentors about it, they're like, don't even say that. Like, that's not even what we call it here. And I'm like, okay, no worries.
It's totally different. Right.
It is.
But it's still about finding, from my perspective, what I'm hearing is that it's about finding the balance. And you mentioned the yin and yang, which I don't know if maybe you can define it for anyone who might not be familiar with the yin and yang.
Yeah, so
what that is.
From what I know, it's to be like the lighter and the darker of the energies. And it's creating that type of balance within the body. So you don't want to have too much heat. You don't want to have too much cold.
Right.
I kind of experienced that when I got sick like a few months ago. I was putting way too much heat into my body and my throat was on fire. I had a sore throat to begin with.
Right.
And then I'm like, hey, I'm going to take this herb and then I'm going to take this natural medicine and then I'm going to have tea and then I'm going to have soup.
Oh,
so
that was too much.
It was way too much. I needed something that was going to cool my body down. So I found out that a pear soup with corn silk in it would be so easy. And you put a little bit of coconut sugar in. My throat was good within like 4 or 5 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to try that. Yeah. That sounds really cool. Because I totally get that. We're so used to feeling the cold or the flu coming on and figuring out what can I take that's going to just take this away quickly. But what you're saying is it was just as quick to do something easy as that, to just understand the balance that your body needs.
Yes.
And be able to recover quickly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've learned my lesson. I'll now see, am I hot? Am I cold? What is going on here?
Right. And one of the things you also often talk about is about how nothing needs to be rushed. And how does that play out in your life? How do you live like that without rushing? Because we rush a lot in our work, like getting to the appointment, getting to the next thing.
Oh my gosh,
where you have to be. Yeah.
Definitely. And again, going off of the anxiety part, I feel like I have to do everything all at once at the right time and be this perfect human being, which I also found out that the meaning of perfection is just to get the job done. It's not necessarily like how you're doing the job.
Oh,
so I'm not even
I never heard that.
I'm not even using that term right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a new one to me too. Okay. I like that actually.
It helped me because I'm like, okay, I just got a task done. Perfect. I did this. Perfect. That way, hey, I guess I'm perfect now, you know?
Right.
So it helped me with that mindset. Yeah.
Like that.
So moving forward, I had to have that mindset always, but to not be rushed in everything you do and to live in the experience so that you can take on that emotional state, I guess, or whatever you might be feeling, so that in my instance, I could help other people with that exact moment, that exact feeling.
Okay.
But I guess also because we're here to enjoy life. So it's like, why are you rushing through every little thing? Like, you should be enjoying the moment. You don't know when that's going to end.
Right. It's helpful to keep it in perspective because, when we're rushing to, like I said, get to the next appointment, the next thing we have to do and everything, we're not thinking about the big picture. We're stuck in it.
Yes.
We're in that moment. So that's really good advice too, I think, for us. So is there anything that you'd like to, any final thoughts or like key points that you'd like to share with the viewers or the listeners here today? Something that might be helpful to kind of take away?
I'd probably say, because this is a lesson that I'm going through right now, that see in that big picture, is it more than you or is it just within you? And what I mean by that is, are you doing your tasks in your everyday life that are for your path? And can you stay rooted and grounded in that?
Okay.
Because that is ultimately going to give you that peace and that happiness. So not having these other distractions, you don't like your job, you don't like the people you're hanging out with, that's ultimately your choice. You can make that choice, whether you think it's going to be the hardest decision. I never thought that I'd be able to stop playing basketball because everybody wanted me to play. I thought I wanted myself to play. But I found true happiness, true peace from going on my path. And that's something I can always stay rooted in. It's something I can always stay grounded in whenever I have those anxious feelings.
Yeah. Excellent advice. Thank you for sharing
Of
that
course.
with us. Wonderful. And thank you for being here today. Wow.
Thank you for having
This
me.
was great to have you on the show. And I do want to make sure everybody knows how to connect with you or contact you as I will hold up your product
Yes.
again.
Okay.
As you talk about your website, social media.
Yes. So aminessentials.com is my small business. And I also have Amin_essentials is my Instagram. And for my Instagram and TikTok for my personal account where I do post a bunch of different content on educational things, it's Nasha_Arnold.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, all of you, for watching or listening here today on Rise, Heal, and Grow with Leah M. Hill. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on whatever platform you're joining us on today. And come back again soon. We have lots more episodes coming up.